As a seller, should you get a pre-inspection on your home before listing? What are the advantages and disadvantages of getting one? What are the things that you should be aware of? Here, I cover those aspects. In addition, wait till the very end wherein I share the biggie of all, disclosure versus assuming more responsibility. Now, are you ready to learn? Let's go find out. Hey, Ravi with the Rams group at 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗖𝗶𝘁𝘆 here. If this is the first time we're connecting, I welcome you to my channel wherein I strive to provide meaningful, relevant, and educational content to help both home sellers and buyers and keep you in the real estate know. Now, back at it. A pre-inspection of a home involves having a professional home inspector conduct a home inspection prior to the seller listing their home for sale. Now, typically, this inspection would be a whole house inspection, but depending on the home and the state the home is located, the pre-inspection could involve other types of inspections, such as pest, dry and rot inspections, roof inspection, foundation, well and septic, and pool inspections, to just name a few. It's a strong seller's market that we are in, and the sellers are choosing to do a pre-inspection to make it easy for buyers who may be on the fence about making an offer to go ahead and make their offers with the peace of mind that a pre-inspected home brings along. Okay? The advantages of doing a pre-inspection include, number one, reduction of surprises. Number two, time to repair problems. Number three, improves the likelihood of passing the buyer's inspection. And number four, allows the seller the option of sharing the report with the buyers, offering buyers the needed peace of mind to go ahead and make their offer. Now let us drill into each. Number one, which is reduces major surprises. Now, one of the biggest advantages of doing a pre-inspection is that if there are any major problems with the home, these can be found before a potential buyer gets involved, rather than having issues come up unexpectedly during the transaction. And number two, provides the seller's time to fix problems. Now, whether the problems are small or big, knowing about them early gives time to get the repairs done, correct? This means having more time to research contractors, evaluate their bids, which can save the seller money and potentially get more reliable work done. But more importantly, it moves the timeline for repairs away from the buyers when they get involved. Number three, improves the likelihood of passing the buyer's inspection. Since an inspector has already inspected the house, hopefully all the issues will have been found prior to the buyer's own inspection, to mean that the inspector hired by the seller was really good and identified whatever was wrong with the house prior to the buyer even getting involved. And number four, allows sellers the option of sharing the inspection report with the buyer. Now, sharing the pre-inspection report can help give potential buyers some additional peace of mind during their home buying process, wouldn't you agree? And possibly attract a higher price. Now, this is true especially when multiple buyers are competing for the home and it's a multiple offer situation. Now, on the other hand, there are some downsides to be aware of while doing a pre-inspection, which are, number one, cost. Number two, no guarantee that the buyer's inspector will have the same opinion as the seller's inspector. And let's drill into each one by one, shall we? Now, first is cost. Of course, doing a pre-inspection is going to be added cost to the seller. And not only the cost of the inspection itself, but the fixes that have to be fixed by the seller as they are uncovered. And number two, no guarantee that the buyer's inspector will have the same opinion as the seller's inspector, correct? And there's always a chance that the second set of eyes doing a home inspection may find issues that the pre-inspection did not identify. Also, as buyers, you still have to be aware that the inspection, if there was a pre-inspection, was seller-procured, and the inspector was hired by the seller, correct? And you, as buyers, want to acquire your own inspector and do your own inspection, and not rely on what the seller provided. It's a strong recommendation. And finally, here is the biggie of all that I promised you at the beginning of this video. Are you ready? Well, doing a pre-inspection could obligate the seller to disclose any problems that are found, and depending on what state the property is located, the seller may be obligated to disclose the problems that are found during the pre-inspection and or fix those issues based on their severity and how much of a blocker it will be to the potential home buyers. Okay? Thought I'd let you know. Hey, a quick detour. If you found the information in this video helpful, consider subscribing, as it will help the algorithm, and I totally appreciate you. All that said, here is the bottom line. Each seller's situation and home's condition will be unique, and ultimately, it will be the seller's decision whether or not to do a pre-inspection before listing the home for sale. But hopefully, the pros and cons discussed in this video should help you, the seller, be aware and take the right course of action. Well, now you know.